Be prepared. You made it through, and now it's time for you to receive the reward nobody else saw coming. Most people failed this shift, but you didn't. Today, the moon moved, and tomorrow, it peaks. On the surface, it looks like just another transition, but this wasn't about horoscopes or star signs. This was an unseen test, and almost no one even realized they were being tested. The chaos of Aries was designed to pull people apart, to make them lose focus, to drag them back into old cycles. Most slipped. Most didn't even notice. But you did. You endured. You passed. And that matters because for the chosen ones, surviving this wasn't normal. It was rare. Passing this shift wasn't the reward, it was the qualifier. It means you've been marked for something much bigger. What's coming next is not ordinary, and it will separate you even further. The moon shift from Aries to Taurus wasn't just movement in the sky, it was a lock being turned. Something hidden has just been opened. For those who made it through, this isn't about astrology, it's about exposure. Secrets that were invisible before will start showing up in plain sight. You'll see things differently, and once that happens, there's no going back. Because what's about to unfold isn't a slow reveal. It's going to hit like a floodgate snapping open, and with it, the benefits arrive fast. What was once blocked will flow, what felt heavy will lift, and what confused you will finally make sense. This moon shift wasn't random. It was designed to move you into alignment with the next stage of your purpose. Aries brought the fire, the stripping away, the burning of illusions that no longer belong to you. But Taurus is different. Taurus plants the roots. It grounds the chaos into form. It begins to outline the path that was always waiting for you. Think of it this way. What was once fog is now a map. The blueprint of your life, the one you've been sensing in pieces, starts becoming visible in whole patterns. Little things that didn't make sense before suddenly connect. Choices you've struggled with begin pointing in one clear direction. This is the moment where clarity sneaks in, but don't expect it to arrive gently. It won't whisper, it will reveal itself through sharp contrasts, through undeniable nudges, through doors that suddenly open or slam shut. The point is no longer to burn away or escape. It's to step into the structure that is uniquely yours. The blueprint has been waiting. Now it's awake. And the real question is whether you're ready to follow where it leads. The fire of Aries didn't come to comfort you, it came to test you. Every challenge, every restless night, every moment when you thought, I can't take this anymore, that wasn't weakness. That was proof. Proof that you can carry more than most. Proof that you refuse to break, even when the pressure tries to snap you in half. Pain has a way of making you doubt yourself. But in this shift, your pain became the very evidence the universe needed. It showed that you were ready to stand where others would collapse. The fire does not destroy the diamond, it reveals it. That's exactly what happened with you. The burn wasn't a setback. It was the signature on your contract with destiny. Think about it. Every struggle you endured under Aries wasn't wasted. It was logged, recorded, witnessed. Each scar became a line in the story that proves you are unshakable. Where others saw obstacles, the universe saw qualification. That's why you passed this shift. Not because life was easy for you, but because you refused to let the pain dictate your ending. And here's the twist. What hurt you the most is the very thing that positioned you for the breakthrough you're stepping into now. Every moment of chaos was a marker, and together they became your proof of strength. You didn't survive despite the pain. You survived because of it. Passing this moon shift didn't just prove your strength, it exposed how much you've outgrown the traps that used to hold you back. The energy vampires that once drained you, they can't reach you in the same way anymore. The old habits you kept circling around, their grip is weaker now. But here's the part most people don't realize. When you outgrow the old traps, new ones appear, and they're far more cunning. It's almost as if the universe itself placed challenges along this shift, not to punish you, but to see if you could recognize the difference. The higher you rise, the more subtle the test becomes. And now, instead of obvious negativity, the trap takes the form of endless loops that look positive but keep you stuck. One of the biggest? Getting lost in the cycle of constant healing, always fixing, always mending, always searching for what's wrong. It feels like growth, but in reality, it can keep you from actually living. Another trap? Becoming addicted to the search for meaning itself, chasing signs, symbols, explanations, while life is happening right in front of you. This next stage won't challenge you with the obvious, it will challenge you with the almost invisible. And if you're not sharp, you'll miss it. This shift didn't just burn away illusions, it flipped the script. Suddenly, the parts of yourself you always tried to hide, the so-called flaws you thought made you weaker, are the very tools you'll use to move forward. Maybe you've always been someone who overthinks. You hated it, tried to quiet your mind, tried to stop analyzing everything. But now, that same overthinking has turned into razor-sharp intuition. You notice details others miss. You connect patterns no one else can see. That's not a flaw anymore, that's your gift. Or maybe you felt socially awkward, like you don't fit in, like conversations drain you. You thought it was holding you back. But under this shift, that awkwardness becomes your filter. It keeps away shallow connections and forces depth. It ensures that the people who stay in your life are the ones who see you for who you really are. The shadow you once tried to erase is now the weapon that carves your path. What if the very thing you've been trying to fix about yourself is exactly what the universe needs from you? What if your supposed weakness was never a weakness at all? It was a hidden strength, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself? This is the reversal effect, the turning of the lock. The part where the universe flips your story and shows you that what you thought was working against you has always been working for you. And the longer you denied it, the longer your weapon stayed hidden. But now, after this shift, it's time to wield it. What you're stepping into now is a reality where fate no longer whispers, it shouts. The universe isn't nudging you gently anymore. It's grabbing the wheel and swerving the car. And if you've been paying attention since this moon shift, you've already started to notice it. Think about those moments when you made a decision, fully convinced it was the right step, only to have it shut down immediately. The plan collapses, the door slams shut, the call doesn't go through, the opportunity suddenly vanishes. In the past, you would have thought, why does everything keep going wrong? But under this new energy, you start to see it differently. The blockage isn't random, it's surgical, it's precise. It's an instant reroute. Then comes the flip. You pivot. You try something else, maybe without even overthinking it, and suddenly everything clicks. The energy flows, the path opens, the right people appear. What felt like a brutal rejection was actually a rescue, steering you away from a dead end you couldn't see. Sometimes rejection is not the universe closing a door, it's the universe dragging you through the right one. These fate flips aren't subtle signs you have to decode. They're dramatic course corrections that unfold in real time. You're being redirected instantly before you can wander too far off track. This is how you know the blueprint is active, the guidance is no longer delayed, it's immediate. It might feel disorienting. Plans you thought were stable keep falling apart. Paths you expected to walk dissolve overnight. But that's the point. The universe doesn't want you wasting months or years in detours anymore. This phase of your journey is about acceleration, and the only way to accelerate is to cut off every wrong turn the second you step onto it. So if you've been frustrated by things not going your way, stop for a moment and ask, what if that wasn't failure? What if it was proof you're finally synced with something so precise it won't let you wander? What if the chaos you're experiencing is actually guidance in disguise? Because that's exactly what these fate flips are. They are proof that the universe isn't watching from a distance anymore. It's in the driver's seat, making sure you don't miss what's coming next. There's something shifting inside of you right now, and it's not just emotional or mental, it's deeper. It's a kind of authority that can't be faked, and it can't be shaken. You're stepping into a frequency where you no longer have to defend who you are, explain yourself endlessly, or prove your worth to anyone. The energy of Taurus grounds you like a mountain, and a mountain does not move just because the wind howls around it. True power is not about control. It's about becoming unmovable in your truth. This isn't the flashy kind of power people often imagine. It's not loud, it's not desperate, and it doesn't need applause. It's the authority that comes from knowing exactly who you are, even when everything around you tries to bend you. And here's the key. People will feel it before you even say a word. Your energy will speak louder than your voice. In the past, Aries' fire forced you to burn through illusions, strip away masks, and fight off chaos. It was exhausting, but necessary. Now Taurus comes in and roots all of that into the ground. What was once fleeting clarity becomes permanent. What was once shaky belief becomes unshakable conviction. And that conviction radiates. You don't have to go looking for validation. Your presence itself becomes validation. But authority is not just about how others see you. It's about how you see yourself. Think about all the times you second-guessed your instincts, watered down your truth to avoid conflict, or stayed quiet because you didn't think your voice mattered. That version of you cannot exist under this energy anymore. The shift will not allow it. This is why conflicts may rise, why people may challenge you more openly, why situations might test your boundaries harder than before. It's not punishment, it's pressure. And pressure reveals whether you stand or collapse. The universe does not test your strength to break you, it tests your strength to prove you. So don't be surprised if people around you start to act differently. Some will respect this new authority, drawn to your grounded energy like gravity. Others will push against it because your stability exposes their instability. Both are signs of the same thing. You're carrying an energy they can't ignore. This authority is not temporary. Once Taurus plants it, it grows like roots through stone, and once it's rooted, no storm can pull it out. You'll notice how decisions that used to make you anxious now feel simple. How words that used to scare you now roll off your tongue with ease. How situations that used to shake you now feel small in comparison. Authority isn't about standing over others. It's about standing so firmly in yourself that nothing can stand over you. This is what you carry now. It's not fragile. It's not conditional, it's unshakable, and the world will have no choice but to respond to it. You may not realize it yet, but something about you has already shifted, and other people are going to notice before you do. This moon shift wasn't just about internal clarity or quiet realizations. It carved something into your very presence, and that presence radiates in ways you cannot hide. Think about how people used to look at you before. Maybe they overlooked you. Maybe they underestimated you. Maybe they only saw fragments of who you were. But now, you'll catch their eyes lingering longer, as if they're trying to figure out what changed. You'll hear it in subtle comments. You look different. You seem calmer. There's something about you. These are not casual remarks, they're recognition. Spiritual transformation is the only glow-up that can't be faked. When Aries burned away the old layers, it stripped you down to your raw core. It wasn't always pretty, it felt harsh, like being set on fire inside. But now, Taurus takes that fire and turns it into form. It grounds your energy into something visible, something magnetic. You might notice your posture shift, your tone of voice deepen, or your gaze sharpen. And when you walk into a room, people feel it without knowing why. But here's what's really powerful. This glow isn't surface level. It's not like dressing better, hitting the gym, or rehearsing confidence. It's an energy that naturally radiates from your core truth. And energy doesn't lie. People who used to dismiss you can't anymore, because your frequency doesn't allow invisibility. Some will be drawn to it. They'll feel safer around you, more open, as if your presence gives them permission to be themselves. Others may be unsettled by it, because your transformation highlights everything they've been avoiding in themselves. Both reactions are proof of the same thing. Your transformation is undeniable. Your energy arrives before you do, and now it enters every room like a tidal wave. And let's not forget the mirror effect. When your light shifts, people begin reflecting it back at you in unexpected ways. Strangers smile more. Conversations flow with ease. Opportunities that seemed locked now open like doors that were waiting for your knock. These aren't coincidences, they're ripples of your own shift echoing outward. But maybe the most dramatic proof is this. The people who thought they had you figured out will realize they don't know you at all anymore. The old version of you doesn't exist, and they'll sense it in every word, every glance, every silence. That's when you'll see the undeniable truth. This transformation isn't just inner work. It's outer radiance, and it cannot be ignored. You don't have to announce that you've changed. The world will announce it for you. Most people think the breakthrough is the end of the story, that once the shift happens, the blessings just roll in automatically. But here's the truth almost nobody talks about. The shift was only the first layer. The second layer begins now, and it's far more dangerous. Passing the test doesn't mean you've won, it means you've unlocked the next exam. See, when the universe hands you clarity, strength, and blessings, it also watches what you do with them. This is the part that trips so many chosen ones up. They celebrate too early, they fall back into old habits, or they treat the blessings like they're permanent no matter what. But this energy is alive. It responds to how you move, how you think, and how you act in this new reality. This is why some people see miracles arrive only to watch them slowly fade away. It's not because the universe took something back. It's because they weren't ready for the second layer. They misread the signs, got suspicious of their own blessings, or sabotaged themselves with doubt and fear. Think about it. How many times have you prayed for a breakthrough only to question it the moment it showed up? That's one of the traps. You say you're ready, but when it comes, you second-guess it, you hesitate, you hold back, and the energy shifts away. Faith isn't proven when you're waiting for the blessing. Faith is proven when you finally receive it. The second layer is subtle. It doesn't announce itself. It's not like the chaos of Aries fire or the grounding clarity of Taurus earth. It shows up in the ordinary moments, the way you respond to small opportunities, how you carry yourself when nobody's watching, how you treat people when you think it doesn't matter. That's where the universe measures you. And here's the part most people don't realize. The second layer is where your real destiny gets decided. The first layer just revealed your potential. The second layer tests whether you can hold it. It's like being handed a key to a locked door. Most people drop the key because it feels too heavy, or they get distracted before they even reach the lock. But if you're aware of this second layer, if you guard your blessings with intention, then what opens on the other side isn't just another door, it's an entirely new reality. The universe isn't asking if you want blessings, it's asking if you can carry them. So don't stumble where most people fall. Don't confuse arrival with completion. You've been trusted with something rare, and the second layer is watching. What you do now determines if this shift becomes temporary or if it rewrites your entire life. One of the first things you'll notice after a moon shift of this magnitude is silence. Suddenly, people you used to talk to every day don't feel the same. Conversations that once flowed now feel forced. Invitations arrive, and you don't even want to say yes. At first it feels strange, almost like you're drifting away from the world you used to belong to. But here's the truth. This isn't loss. This is alignment. Your energy will remove what your courage refuses to. The shift from Aries into Taurus didn't just stabilize you internally, it recalibrated your frequency externally. That means anyone who isn't resonating with the level you've just stepped into will quietly start fading out of your orbit. And the key word here is quietly. This doesn't look like dramatic fights or explosive breakups. It looks like distance forming without explanation. Numbers stop being dialed. Messages stay unsent. The bond just evaporates. And while your mind might want to resist, asking, "What did I do wrong?" or "Why is this person pulling away?" understand that nothing is wrong. You're simply stepping into precision. This moon shift acts like a cosmic filter, cutting away connections that no longer match your reality. Think of it like this. Your frequency just became sharper, like tuning an instrument. The more precise the note, the more obvious it becomes when someone else is off-key. That doesn't mean they're bad or toxic. It just means they no longer harmonize with where you're going. Not everyone who walked with you to the test was meant to stand with you after you passed it. And here's the part nobody talks about. This kind of silence can feel like betrayal at first. You'll wonder why people you trusted seem to vanish, why familiar bonds suddenly feel empty. But it's not betrayal, it's sorting. The universe isn't taking people away from you to punish you. It's clearing space so you don't drag extra weight into your next chapter. Because the truth is, carrying your new authority and power requires you to travel light. No baggage, no anchors disguised as friends, no groups that once felt supportive but are secretly holding you in the past. And here's the paradox. The people you're losing aren't gone forever. Some of them may circle back later, after they've grown into their own shift. Others were only ever meant to walk a certain stretch of road with you, and that's okay. Some characters aren't meant to survive every chapter of your story. But while people are leaving, don't miss what's arriving. The universe never subtracts without multiplying. Once your circle shrinks, you'll start noticing unexpected connections stepping in. Strangers who feel like family, conversations that go deeper in a week than others did in years, alignments that feel predestined. This is the refinement process, removing the noise so that only truth remains. And if you've been worried that this shrinking means loneliness, flip the perspective. Loneliness is emptiness. This isn't emptiness, it's clearing. Clearing space for what's real, what's aligned, what's meant. Sometimes the universe tests whether you're willing to stand in solitude before it trusts you with genuine community. That silence you feel is not abandonment, it's preparation. It's proof that you are strong enough to walk alone, which is exactly why you'll never truly have to. So if people start slipping away overnight, don't chase, don't cling, let it happen. Because what's leaving is proof of your elevation. And what's coming will not only match you, it will multiply you. The moon shift didn't strip you of connections, it refined you to the point where only truth can remain. And the ones who remain or arrive will be the kind of people your soul has been waiting for all along. Every spiritual threshold ends the same way, not with a finish line, but with a doorway. This moon shift wasn't the conclusion, it was the invitation. And the question hanging in the air right now is simple. Are you ready for the plot twist? Because here's what most people don't realize. When the universe shifts you, it isn't just gifting you stability, blessings, or clarity. It's rewriting the script you thought you were living in. What seemed predictable, safe, or even certain can flip overnight. Careers, relationships, opportunities, even the city you live in, none of it is locked in stone anymore. The cosmic ink is still wet, and you are holding the pen. Destiny doesn't unfold, it responds. This is why everything feels so heightened after a shift like this. One choice you make now can ripple out 10 times stronger than it did before. A decision to let go of something toxic doesn't just give you peace, it rearranges your entire path. Saying yes to an unexpected opportunity doesn't just move you forward, it throws open doors you didn't even know were waiting. Every move is amplified. Every thought carries weight. But here's the twist. Plot twists don't always arrive in shining packages. Sometimes they first show up disguised as chaos. The job loss, the unexpected move, the sudden ending of a connection you thought was permanent. It feels like collapse in the moment, but in hindsight, it reveals itself as the moment everything opened. Sometimes the universe shatters your script, so you'll finally stop acting and start living. And this is where most people hesitate. They cling to the old version of their story, desperately trying to force the new energy into the same box. But the chosen ones don't do that. The chosen ones know the box was never theirs to begin with. The plot twist is the test of flexibility. Can you let go of what was, even when it gave you comfort? Can you stand in uncertainty without trying to control every outcome? Can you trust that the twist isn't against you, but for you? And make no mistake, the universe doesn't give everyone a plot twist. It only drops them into the lives of those it knows can handle the turbulence. You've already proven that you could survive the fire of Aries and ground yourself in the stability of Taurus. That was your audition. Passing it was your signal to the universe that you're ready for something wilder, something that breaks you out of the script you thought you were stuck in. So what does that mean in practice? It means you may wake up and realize the dream you were chasing no longer excites you. It means people you thought you'd walk with forever suddenly step off your path. It means doors you never even knocked on will swing open so fast you'll barely have time to adjust. The very landscape of your life can shift in weeks, what normally would take years. But here's the beauty. You're not powerless in this plot twist. You're the co-writer. Every time you choose courage over fear, presence over distraction, authenticity over performance, you're adding lines to this new script. And the more boldly you live it, the faster the plot accelerates. That's why the universe asks, are you ready? Not ready for comfort, not ready for predictability, but ready for the thrill of stepping into a story that will never look ordinary again. The universe only gives plot twists to those bold enough to handle them. This moon shift didn't just pass, you passed it. What comes next will not only surprise you, it will rewrite you. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.